I'm Tommie Lee, and this is the Scam of the Week. Jan Diaz from the Better Business Bureau of Northern Indiana joining us once again. Jan, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you, Tommie?
Very well, thank you. Let's talk about Social Security, as recipients always count on their monthly benefits, and every year a lot of people look forward to the annual cost of living increase. But this week we're talking about scammers that pretend to be from the Social Security Administration, and they use that increase as an excuse to steal personal and financial information. Jan, why does this scam sound so believable on the surface?
Yeah, well, Tommie, the short answer is this. The Social Security cost of living increase is a real thing. For 2026, Social Security recipients received a 2.8% cost of living increase, and that raised the average retirement benefit by about $56 a month. So what's happening is these scammers are using this legitimate information and they're building a fake story around it.
Now, that makes the call sound believable right from the start, but how does the conversation itself usually start?
Yeah, well, the caller may say something like, "We're calling about your annual cost of living increase," which would sound familiar, or they may say, "We need to confirm your bank information today, or your increase could be delayed." So it all sounds official. It sounds a little urgent, and because the increase is really something that is happening to them, the request from the caller may not immediately feel suspicious. But here's the key point for listeners. The increase is automatic. You don't need to do anything. So therefore, that means that the phone call is a red flag.
And I can see why somebody might stay on the phone. If I thought that my monthly Social Security benefit depended on answering a few questions, I probably wouldn't want to hang up. And they're targeting the people who are elderly and might not think about these things.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what these scammers are counting on. They want people to feel worried that a benefit could be delayed or lost. But here's the thing. If you're receiving Social Security, you do not have to apply for the annual cost of living increase. You don't have to verify that you're eligible for it because it happens automatically.
So that automatic part is what the scammer's hoping people aren't already aware of.
That's right. And so once you know that the increase is automatic, the scammer's story starts to fall apart. So the caller is not trying to help you receive an increase. They're trying to collect personal information, financial information, or both.
What makes the scammer sound so convincing?
Well, here's the thing. They may sound calm and professional. They may also already know your name. They may use an official sounding title or a badge number or a phone number that looks real on your caller ID. But then they add pressure to the person that they're speaking with, and they may try to scare you by saying things like your increase could be delayed unless you act right away. So that urgency that the scammer is creating is intentional because it keeps people from slowing down and asking, does Social Security really work this way?
And the answer, of course, is no. Social Security does not call out of the blue asking you for banking information so that a cost of living increase can be deposited.
Yeah, that's right, Tommie. They don't call you. The Social Security Administration generally contacts people by U.S. mail, especially for anything involving sensitive information. So they may call in some situations, but it's usually only if you've already contacted them first or you have ongoing business with them.
All right, so what about threats, Jan? Sometimes scammers say that a Social Security number would be suspended or that somebody could be arrested.
Well, here's the thing. The government will not threaten you that way. So if someone says you'll be arrested or your benefits will stop immediately or your Social Security number will be suspended, unless you give them personal information or a payment or financial information, that is a scam. The government does not threaten you in that way. And if someone says you'll be arrested or your benefits will stop immediately, it's all a scam.
So, Jan, what are the best ways for the listeners to protect themselves?
First, don't let anyone pressure you into making a quick decision. If the call makes you feel rushed, if it makes you feel worried or confused, that is your clue that you just simply need to hang up with the caller immediately. And then we recommend that you contact the Social Security Administration using the phone number or website that you know is real, such as SSA.gov. And don't use any numbers that the caller gives you because it's going to get you right back to that scammer.
Absolutely. Jan, what should somebody do if they've already shared personal information?
Well, just know it happens. First, don't panic. The thing is, these scammers are skilled. And if this has happened to you or to someone that you love, just know that you're not alone. But it's important to act quickly. So if banking information was shared, contact the bank or contact the credit card company immediately. If a social security number or other personal information was shared, report the incident to the Social Security Administration. And then also keep an eye on your credit reports and financial accounts closely. Just look to see if there's any type of suspicious activity. And then you can also report the scam to BBB Scam Tracker at bbb.org/scam tracker. Every report that you file helps us at the BBB identify scam trends, and it also helps us warn other consumers before more people get targeted.
I'm glad you said that. It's very important to not blame the person who answered the call. A call that sounds official can fool almost anyone.
Yeah, I agree. And the best protection is really to slow down, hang up, and verify the information independently. You can save a lot of stress and heartache that way. And no legitimate caller needs your personal or banking information to make the Social Security cost of living increase happen.
Absolutely. Jan, thank you for helping us separate a real Social Security benefit from a fake phone call. And to everybody who's listening today, remember the increase is automatic. This phone call is a red flag. And if somebody says that you have to give your personal information to get your Social Security cost of living increase, you hang up and then you verify before you take any other step. Jan Diaz, Better Business Bureau of Northern Indiana, the president and CEO. It's always a pleasure, and we will talk again soon.
Likewise, Tommie. Thanks so much.
Podcasts by Federated Media.